Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Indian Pharmacist. My name is Rishabh Srivastava and I welcome you back. So let's start with today's topic for pharmaceutical quality assurance approaches to QA. In the past video, I have informed you about the evolution of pharmaceutical industry and uh, some basic information regarding quality assurance. In today's video, I will tell you about approaches to QA. So let's start with the countdown. So first of all, I would like to make an appeal to like this video, share it with your friends and colleagues, make comment if you have any query or if you like the video. You can also suggest me some topics on which you want to make some video. And last but not the least, subscribe and press the notification bell. So what is quality assurance? Quality assurance is a way of preventing mistakes and defects in a manufactured product. Like I had already informed you previously, that it is a proactive approach. Here we are taking some preventive measures so that product of good quality is continuously and constantly produced. So what is quality assurance as defined by ISO 9000? I had already informed that ISO 9000 is related to quality assurance, where 9001 is for QMS, quality management system. ISO defines QA as part of quality management focused on providing confidence that quality requirements will be fulfilled. It means that whatever product is produced in a quality assurance environment is of good quality and is fit for the meant purpose. Defect prevention in quality assurance differs subtly from defect detection and rejection in QC. It is a minor difference between QA and QC that QA is a proactive approach while QC is a post-active approach. QC detects and rejects the defects while QA makes effort to prevent that defect, and has been referred to as a shift left as it focuses on quality earlier in the process, that is to the left of linear process diagram leading left to right. So what are the approaches to enforce quality assurance? Here, failure testing, statistical control, quality management, that is total quality management, models and standards, and last, company quality. So what is failure testing? It is also known as stress testing. You can consider it as stretching a rubber band up to that limit where it starts breaking or where it breaks. So operation of a product until it fails under stress such as increasing vibration, temperature and humidity exposes many unanticipated weaknesses in a product. It gives some information up to which strength our product can be maintained or our process maintains the quality of the product. Data is used to drive engineering and manufacturing process improvements. Like if I am saying a product can be manufactured at a speed of uh, 10 to 20 rpm, so if we are making effort above 20, we will get poor quality product, or if we are getting speed less than 10, it means our product can be of poor quality. So we have to adjust up to that limit. So we can work on the maximum speed of 20 while the minimum speed of 10. In that limit, our engineering and manufacturing process can be improved. Like we can work on 20 rpm so that our product quality is maintained and our productivity will be increased. Quite simple changes can dramatically improve product services. Statistical control. Based on analysis of objective and subjective data, it it means statistical control is a statistical analytical tool through which we measure our product, and through some control chart or some chart diagrams we can say that our product is maintained, quality is maintained, or it is going beyond the limit, or we are getting some alert, or we are approaching some action limit. Organizations use statistical process control as a tool in any quality improvement effort to track quality data. Here we are working on the trend based data. Like our first product manufactured is having assay of 99%, while our specification limit is 95 to 105. Second batch produced is 100%, and continuously it is getting 9900. On some point we are getting 96, it means our product approaching the lower limit. So we can investigate it, and we can make corrective actions or preventive actions so that it will not happen again in the future. Any product can be statistically charted as long as they have common cause variance or special cause variance to track. Like I had already told that trend data can help us to track our product quality, and if any improvement is required, we can make through some kappa. Walter Shewhart of Bell Telephone Laboratories recognized that when a product is made, data can be taken from a scrutinized area of a sample lot of the part, and statistical variances are then analyzed and charted. In the previous video, I had told you that William Shewhart of generated some statistical control charts which helped him to maintain the quality assurance or quality of the product. Control can then be implemented on the part in the form of rework or scrap. A control can be implemented on the process that made the part, ideally eliminating the defect before more parts can be made like it. Like if I had inspected some product at this time of point, and we are getting defective products, while on the previous time point I had identified that all the products is of good quality, it means only the product generated between this time gap is under question. So we can inspect it, and we can eliminate the defective part. On the other hand, we can make improvement on this time point so that our next product is of good quality. Third is total quality management. It is the most read, or it is the most explained quality approach which is implemented most over the companies, and also it is having a master degree for business administration. People are getting MBA in total quality management. Quality of product is dependent upon that of the participating constituents, some of which are sustainable and effectively controlled, while others are not. The processes which are managed with QA pertain to total quality management. It means there are some factors which can be controlled, there are some factors which cannot be controlled, but total quality management involves reading and studying of all these factors. Like if I am saying raw material is procured from some vendors, we can control those vendors, we can control our raw materials, but what about the transportation or the environmental factors that took place during transportation of the raw materials? On the other hand, we can control our packing material, we can control the vendors, but how we can control that shipment is transported from one point to another, or some damage that took place during shipment transportation? If the specification does not reflect the true quality requirements, the product's quality cannot be guaranteed. Here, every product is inspected against some specifications. So, if the product complies with those specifications, it means product is of good quality. But if product is not complying with that specification, it means our consignment is under question. For instance, the parameters for a pressure vessel should cover not only the material and dimensions, but operating, environmental, safety, reliability, and maintainability requirements. That means while selecting some equipment or some product, we should inspect it thoroughly for not only its appearance or its looks, but also for if there is any damage, like while purchasing some tablet, we can check if there are some powdery material in the blister or some damage to the blister, some puncture to the blister, or the tablet is broken or there is some metal piece, we can reject that. ISO 17025 is an international standard. So here we are reading the models and standards. That is, ISO 17025 specifies that general requirements for the competence to carry out tests and or calibrations. It means it is a standard which have to be qualified for starting any laboratory or testing agency. There are 15 management requirements and 10 technical requirements. Every ISO standard is having 10 technical requirements which have to be fulfilled to comply with ISO. These requirements outline what a laboratory must do to being accredited. For qualification with ISO, we have to comply with those technical specifications of ISO specifications. Like for ISO 9001, we have to comply with those specifications as mentioned in ISO 9001, while for ISO 17025, we have to comply with the specifications of ISO 17025. These may vary from one guideline to another, but in most of the case, these are very similar and are very comparable. Management system refers to the organization's structure for managing its processes or activities that transforms inputs of resources into a product or service which meets the organization's objective, such as satisfying the customer's quality requirements, complying with regulations, meeting environmental objectives. Whenever any organization is working, these are the three major objectives that has to be complied. WHO developed tools and offers training courses for quality assurance in public health laboratories. The Capability Maturity Model Integration, shortly called as CMMI model, is widely used to implement process and product quality assurance in an organization. The CMMI maturity levels can be divided into 5 steps, which a company can achieve by performing specific activities within the organization. Last but not the least, the company quality approach. During the 1980s, the concept of company quality with the focus on management and people came into the force in US. It was considered that if all departments approached quality with an open mind, success is possible if management led the quality improvement process. It means quality is not an objective of a single department, but all of the departments have to work on this, and it is the most considered approach that is working in today's pharmaceutical industry, where management is considered responsible to maintain the quality of the product and not the production or any other department. Here, management deploys some responsibilities to departments so that quality can be managed, quality can be maintained, and product which is going for sale in the market is of good quality. So, the company wide quality approach places an emphasis on 4 aspects as mentioned in ISO 9001. ISO 9001 is the basic guideline for the quality management system. So, although it's a universal guideline, but it is also applicable for the pharmaceutical industry. Elements such as controls, job management, adequate process, performance and integrity criteria, and identification of records are the basic requirements for the ISO and the pharmaceutical quality management. Competence such as knowledge, skills, experience, qualifications, these are the basic requirements in the personnel working in the pharmaceutical organizations. So, any person working in the pharmaceutical sector have to comply with these requirements. Soft elements such as personal integrity, confidence, organization culture, motivation, team spirit, and quality relationships. These are the basic requirements of the management, where management is the responsible to maintain the personal integrity through some motivation and maintaining organization culture that will maintain the confidence of the person working in them. Also, the management is responsible to resolve any conflict or any uh, what to say any conflict between the departments or any other type of incidences that are taking place within the departments or inter-departments. Infrastructure, it is the basic management requirement. As it enhances or limits the functionality. If any person is working in a confined space, so management is the responsible so that required infrastructure is available so that that person in working in confined space is not getting claustrophobia or is feeling safe there. The quality of the output is at risk if any of these aspects is deficient. Like I had already informed that these are the basic requirements for any organization. So any defective approach or any defective element can lead to the product of poor quality. Q is not limited to manufacturing and it can be applied to any business or non-business activity, including R&D, where nowadays R&D QA or lab QA or functional service sector like consulting, banking, insurance, company software development, and transportation. Most of these sectors are having quality assurance through some documents or through some monitoring. Like the most uh, prominent example is of KPO or BPO, where the when the customer is making call, we are getting that this call can be recorded for monitoring purposes. It means it is a QA team that is monitoring that person who is consulting you, or if they are having good relations, or if they are misbehaving with the customers. Marketing like retailing, the big retail chain units like Big Bazaar or Reliance Mall are having QA departments where person are working so and monitoring the representative and the billing counters. Investment, education and translation. It comprises a quality improvement process. In generic sense, it can be applied to any activities and establish a behavior pattern. It supports the achievement of quality, in turn supported by quality management practices, which include a number of business systems, usually specific to the activities of the business unit concerned. In the system of company quality, the work being carried out was shop floor inspection, which did not reveal the major quality problems. This led to quality assurance or total quality control, which has came into being recently. It means when we are saying about company quality, any of the approaches for the QA is not completely satisfactory. So a mixture of two or three approaches is applied in each and every organization. Like pharmaceutical sector, we are having company quality TQM and models and standards and statistical control, while for some laboratories we may have statistical control and company quality. So these are the basic approaches which have been applied to maintain the quality of the product in organizations. So once again, I would like to make the appeal to like this video, to share it with your friends, to make comments if you have any queries or if you like to make some suggestions, or if you really appreciate the effort made by me or any of my team members. Last but not the least, subscribe and press the notification bell so that you will get notifications whenever I will upload the new video. For any questions, you can also follow me on my Facebook page or Twitter, or you can also refer to the following books. Thank you.